Namaskar, Vanakam. In continuation to the video posted a few days ago in my YouTube channel, Raaj Ramchand, the investment coach, how to beat inflation by not participating in it. Now that was a part 1, but the part 2 video, personally I also felt like introducing these 2 reasons in my first video, but intentionally I segregated it, one purely economics, one purely the reality also. It's not the economics, it's not reality. Part 1 also is reality. Reality number 2 in this part 2 video of beat the inflation by not participating in it. I told you in my earlier video, the inflation does exist, but it has been hyped up by the reckless way of our leading life. Okay? I hope you would have had a look and heard it thoroughly. And if you were convinced, please register a thumbs up and your comment. Or if you wish to make any additional comment, please put it down in my comments. Now these 2 reasons which are very close to my heart. First reason, in fact, these are the real reasons why inflation takes place. Collectively as Indians, we have never voted in the interest of the nation. Before 2014, when the new government set in, we voted for a government or an alliance which made our country the fragile five. Like the World Bank, the overseas rating agencies cautioned us that if these negative reasons like high inflation, high current account deficit, low GDP, the banking sector with a lot of NPAs, so on and so forth, they warned us if this is not corrected, then the world will probably stop doing business with us. In a short span of 10 years, we Indians collectively for a change stood on the right political side and voted for a government which has made this country from fragile 5 to the top 5. Inflation low, current account deficit low, high foreign direct investment coming into the country, high GDP, the banking sector is safe, low inflation. So, if you want the inflation to be manageable, other than we all collectively correcting our reckless way of spending our money, we should always vote for the government which has that fiscal discipline. What this present government has done is not borrowed for giving subsidies. Because when you throw money into people's hands, they spend and complicate inflation further. This government has cleverly borrowed only for infrastructure. They have finished all the subsidies. Nothing should go free into the hands of the people. Otherwise, inflation again will look like a big monster. So this government has always borrowed for infrastructure development, which has contributed to the GDP, employment and growth of the economy. This lesson, I hope we collectively Indians don't forget. Vote for only that political party or that politician who was a track leader of being financially, morally trustworthy and has a sense of fiscal control where he cuts all his unwanted expenditure. This is what the present government has done for the last 10 years. One of the main reasons for converting it from a fragile 5 to a top 5. So if we prudently vote, we are all going to be safe. Our children are going to be safe. Don't get carried away by what political parties said will give you this free, that free. No. Nothing should come free. And why should anything come free for people who have all their limbs, their body intact? So the main reason, the main reason for inflation is the government being voted to power. If it starts taking interest of you, like how a father takes interest of the child, inflation can be controlled, which has been seen in the last 10 years. Inflation is at its least in the last 5 years. And number 2, you know what? We have deviated from our Hindu style of living, what our ancestors did. We are trying to follow the westernized way of living. Our daughters are educated, No problem. Let the girl child also get educated. But the problem starts when you don't get them married immediately after education, and these girls who become women go to earn a living and draw huge salaries. And the result is so much of money coming into the house, pre-marriage into that girl's father's house, post-marriage into her husband's house, so much of money coming in, three incomes coming in, make people spend more. So we have contradicted and gone against the way our grandfather, our father, our ancestor lived. When only man would earn, the lady would take care of the kitchen and house, which is even a bigger responsibility than earning a living. So ladies and gentlemen, the woman going out to earn has really complicated matters. Woman can be educated, no harm. Let her go work in her own father's enterprise or after marriage in her husband's enterprise. But she going and creating a second income. And imagine millions of income working. How much of money comes into the hands of the family and how recklessly the spending goes on. So these two reasons are actually the prime reasons. Once we vote prudently for the government, inflation can be controlled. Secondly, live life like our father, our grandfathers, our ancestors, where a woman is at home. She has all the right to get educated, but not go out and make a living. If we take care of these two problems, then all the other reasons for inflation fall into itself. So I hope I'm not hurting anybody's emotions, sentiments, which definitely not my reason. Definitely not what I'm trying to do. I hope you agree to these two reasons of mine and put on your comments. Follow your father, your grandfather, your ancestors' way of living and be a wise citizen. Inflation can be cut to its size. All the others are just economic propaganda which intellectual people talk to make ourselves feel prominent. Dhanyawad, Nanri.